This interview is conducted with Carol Motley at Halifax County at the Piney Grove Baptist Church. My name is Arthur Motley. I'm the interviewer as well as Carol's nephew. This interview is being held in connection with the history of the Motley family legacy. The data from this interview will be used as part of the research project for my history project at Liberty University. Let's begin with starting with your name and where you live and who your parents were.
I am Carol Motley, the son of the late Percy and Mary Motley. I live in Halifax County now.
Okay. Now, how many children did your parents birth?
8 to my knowledge.
Okay. Now let's talk about a few key points about the background of the Motley family. Could you share with me some of the oldest family memories that you can recall or that have been shared with you by other family members?
My dad, I guess my only knowledge I really know was when me and my sister Barbara was born on Fightown Road next to Allen Chapel. And my deceased brother Lucia was born just down the road from us. He was born before we were.
Okay. And do you have any information on family origin, such as what state that you can recall that we started in, and maybe the county, the township that the family began in that you know of?
To my recollection, I'm thinking that the Motleys originated from Norfolk.
Virginia?
Yes. And then they were sold, and somebody bought them in North Carolina.
Okay, now you telling me stuff that I had no idea. I've never heard that before. You know, being your nephew, you know, I might would have heard that before. But do you recall the story of how the Motleys obtained their name, you know, prior to becoming Motleys?
Yes, my dad said that they were Shines until they were sold, and a Motley bought them.
In North Carolina from Virginia?
Yes, and that's how they became Motleys.
Okay. And going back as far as you can remember, can you recall the names of it? Recall the names of as many of the earlier generations as possible. Can you name some of those? Like, I remember Aunt Rebecca, but that's probably as far back as I can go.
Yeah, I remember Aunt Becker, Uncle Norman, Uncle Howard, Uncle Ernest, Uncle Buddy, Uncle Dad, Uncle Zai, and Uncle Weechie.
And they were all Motleys. I know Uncle Norman was a D-Berry.
Right, that was my mom's brother.
Grandma's brother. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But the rest of them were Motleys.
Zai was a Motley. Dad was a Motley. Uncle Buddy was a Motley. Uncle Weechie was a Motley.
Dad. You said Dad?
Who? Dad. Yeah.
I have a photo that, you know, of the family, and it's, can you name those people and what relationship they are to you?
Yeah. Uncle Zai, Uncle Dad, Aunt Pink, my dad, Percy, Uncle Buddy, Uncle Weechie, Aunt Louise, Uncle Ernest, Grandma Days, and Aunt Becca.
Okay. picture that he just pointed out, the people in the picture are all the siblings of my grandfather.
Yeah,
Okay, and so,
including the mom,
including his mother,
his mother, yeah,
and that would be,
yeah,
okay,
from a day.
Grandma Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cause that was a picture, oh, that's in that book.
Yeah, they pulled these pictures, I think Evelyn cropped this picture together for the Piney Grove book.
Yeah, cause there was one with Grandma Days and, Grandpa King.
Okay.
That's in that book you got, yeah.
Okay. And,
You got it, book.
were there any, as far as you know, were there any family heirlooms or photos of family Bible or diaries that was handed down from one generation to the next generation that you know of?
Not to my knowledge that we had. There was some photos that got burned up when Dad's house got burned down.
And so that house that you're talking about, where was that house located? You know, the house that you're
In Seaboard area.
referring to. And is that the house that you were born in?
No.
And where was it that you were born?
5 Tower Road,
In,
Week Candy.
so that's still North Carolina, that would
Yeah.
be close to the Allen Chapel area,
Right.
down
Yeah.
around
Just-
Conway, somewhere in that area.
It was definitely in the Allen Chapel area.
Okay. What was it like growing up in Northampton County for you as a young man?
It was great. Wow. A lot of fun. We didn't have a lot, but we made a lot.
Okay.
We took a little, made a lot.
Yeah. Okay, now, what were some of the main occupations of, you know, the family members, you know, like Uncle Zai?
Uncle Zai farmed and he worked at a sawmill,
Okay.
Morrison Mill in Jackson.
Yeah, I remember.
Diddy worked at Duke's sawmill in Creeksville, and he farmed.
Okay.
Uncle Buddy farmed. Weechie, he worked in Longwood.
What do you say, Weechie? What is his surname?
That is,
That is mine.
yeah.
Okay.
And Uncle Zai, Dad, he farmed. He was a carpenter.
All right, I remember somebody.
He built housing.
You laugh.
I'll tell you about that later.
Okay.
And Uncle Buddy, I told you about him, he farmed.
Right, I remember everybody with the mules.
Yeah.
So now, during that time that you grew up, you know, in Northampton County, what are some of the changes that you've seen happen that 30 years ago you probably wouldn't have thought that would have happened?
The black people could go to town, and the cafe that was there, they fed the black at the back window. And now everybody go together.
Can you recall the name of that cafe? Do you know?
Tiny's Cafe.
Chinese cafe.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do you think the changes that you've seen over the years, how do you think it has impacted you, you know, as far as living in this area and say your children, you know, living in this county, in this area?
I would say there have been a 70% change, but there are room for a lot more. Cause like when I was in school, there was only black school. But my kids went to black and white school.
And how do you think that impacted children in your era by only being able to attend just segregated schools?
Well, with them, there was a lot of change because seeing that when they got in there, everybody had came together. It wasn't cloudy like it was when they first started.
Right.
Black kids had a hard time when whites first started going together, but it all came together later.
Okay. I know that, you know, it's been a brief interview, and, you know, I always like to give people an opportunity to add anything that they would like to add, you know, to the interview. Is there anything that you would like to add to the interview that you think might give clarity to the discussion that we're having?
Yes. First of all, when they took prayer out of school, that hurt the school. It hurt the kids. And me, myself, I think it would be a lot better if they put that back in.
So you're speaking on the issue of separation of church and state.
Yeah, when you take prayer out of school, you take kids away from church because it don't give them no indication to go.
Okay. And with that in mind, you know, I have, you know, another thing that I would like to add is, you know, how did the church, you know, I know that as far as I can recall, this family has always attended Piney Grove Baptist Church here, as far as I know. But prior to that, was there some other church that we were, as a family, involved in?
Well, me and Barbara, we went to Allen Chapel Church because we was made together. Yeah. Yeah, but Sunday at Piney Grove was third Sunday, and Allen Chapel was second. So we would go to Allen Chapel on second Sunday, go to Piney Grove on third. That was our home church.
Right, Allen Chapel.
Piney Grove.
Piney Grove.
Yes.
Has it always been home church for this
Yes,
family?
definitely.
Were they some of the
Piney Grove
original?
in Jackson.
Right, in Jackson.
Yeah.
So were they some of the original members of that church as far as building and organizing?
Yeah, my granddaddy, he was there when they built that.
And granddaddy being
King Motley.
King Motley Senior.
Yeah.
Because Uncle Buddy also, his name is King, right?
No, Cunningham ain't King.
Cunningham.
That's cousin.
Okay. See, learn as we go. And, you know, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk with me, and you have shed some light